All right, good morning, and welcome to the FFL Medicare Wednesday morning training. So with me, I've got Adrienne Ostras. Did I say your name right?
Yes, you did. Good morning, everyone.
So Adrienne is my new best friend from Elder Care. And Elder Care is our, as I've kind of talked to you guys about before, is our Family First Medicare partner. They're an integrity partner. And all of our Medicare products and everything like that runs through Elder Care's compliance team and tech team and everything else. So
Yes.
I've been, one of the big reasons we picked Elder Care as a partner was all of their technology infrastructure. And Adrienne was kind enough to walk me through it when I first started putting this together. And I'm so excited about this broadcast for everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be on here with you and kind of explain all the options.
Cool. Well, if you want to tell them just a little bit about yourself, like how you got into the, so they know what they're dealing with, and then you can just take it and go. Let me know when you're ready to share your screen.
Okay, absolutely. So like you said, I'm Adrienne Ostras. I've been with Elder Care for I think 4 years now. Went to college for graphic design. I'm a huge computer nerd, love technology, love learning new platforms. And so I kind of got transitioned into this position where I do a lot of trainings with agents and how to utilize all the tools that we have. You don't necessarily have to utilize all of them, but just providing that knowledge of your options and what scenarios agents might use them for. So that's kind of my position here. Do a lot with the Medicare Center as well, in addition to the other tools.
Cool. All right. Well, I'll take it away. Show us what you got.
Okay. So I'm just going to work off your screen because this is where you all will start when you go to the tools. So under quoting, you have 3 options, which a lot of agents can get a little overwhelmed when they have options, but they all have their pros to each of them. So the first one is going to be what we call EIS app. The second will be Medicare Center. And then the third is that T65 app. And I'm not going to go like full in depth on actually quoting. I'm going to do more of a breakdown in how these platforms work, basically. I think
Cool.
The back office way things go. So first we can go into EIS app, and what that is going to do is it's going to take you to the Elder Care portal. So this has a lot of different things in it. It's going to show, your production, your appointments, your license numbers. Like if you go into appointments, it's going to have all of them with the state, the license number, the writing number. So if you ever need that information, you have access to it. Under My Sales Tools, this is where you're going to go to run those quotes. So most of the time when you're going from EIS up under quoting, you're just going to go straight to My Sales Tools, and then we call it Rate Quotes. There are many other things in here. You are welcome to go through all of them. You can actually run T65 list for your area. This will populate kind of like in a spreadsheet view. You'll have to copy it and then paste it into a spreadsheet though. But I'm going to show you Rate Quotes. And what Rate Quotes is it is a version of CSG. So all these tools can get kind of confusing, but I'm going to try and explain it in a way that's not confusing for you guys. So just think, EIS quote tool is going to be only quoting. So that's number 1. All you can do on this CSG is quote. And then the second thing is it's only going to show the carriers that we have. So there's a lot of agents who prefer this one over others because it only shows the carriers that we have. Whereas,
hey, Adrienne, just to clarify. So if an agent, let's say, only is appointed with 2 carriers, will it just show those 2 carriers, or will it show all the carriers that Elder Care has?
All the carriers that Elder Care has.
Got it.
So it's potentially ones that could be in an agent's briefcase.
Mm-hmm.
So this one is not going to be specific to any agent. So that might be the third point too. Whereas like the Medicare Center version, I mean, it's all carriers specific to that agent kind of thing. So a lot of agents prefer this one though, because it only shows the carriers that we potentially could have for them.
Got it.
It does do all the products: Medicare Supplement, Medicare Advantage, Final Expense, Hospital Indemnity, Dental Vision. But of course, the most common is the Medicare Supplement. That's what most agents utilize on here. And then you'll notice it's really similar because it is that CSG feed. You'll just do the zip code, the age, the gender, all those things. And again, I'm kind of just going to do an overview, not going to go too deep into it, but I do want to point out a few of my pointers to help you guys in quoting Medicare supplements. So on CSG, on any of them, when you're quoting a Medicare supplement, when you put the zip code in, you have to do that first. There is a little amazing button here. It's called Show Advanced. And when you
it's so amazing, but it doesn't look like an amazing button, but it's an
I know
button.
It's like It's hidden there. It's just like you don't know I'm here, but you want to click there,
but you want to.
Yes, to get to those underwriting filters. So if you have that client that you're trying to see if you can get them, a cheaper Medicare supplement rate, but they might have to go through underwriting, this is where you go to sound really, really smart. This is what I use it for. So you can pick those underwriting filters, those health conditions, those medications, and what it's going to do is it's going to show you the carriers most likely to accept that client. It's pretty amazing, right?
Yep. And what is it called? Advanced options, right?
Yep. Show advanced. And you have to put that zip code in first for it to work. Yep. And then once you get to the Medicare supplement carriers, it's just going to do the cheapest. And again, it's the carriers that could possibly be in your briefcase. Yeah. So a lot of those, integrity exclusive ones.
Yeah, I got it. And then if somebody's using this, how would they then go and enroll? Let's say somebody's like, oh, I love this, the Mutual of Omaha one or the Ascendo one. Let's use Ascendo because we all have that.
Right. So through the elder care one, because keep in mind, we're still in that EIS one. There are options to, visit the carrier resources. And what it's going to do is it's going to take you to that carrier's portal where you'll do that enrollment.
Got it.
So you'll have to have your username and password for those carrier specific portals. But on the plus side, the quote tool will take you to the right place to log in.
That's important.
Yes, absolutely. So that's kind of the overview of doing quoting through EIS app. So again, you'll log in, you'll go to My Sales Tools, and you'll go to Rate Quotes. Okay. Yeah. Does that sound good for the EIS app?
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to move on to your second option, the Medicare Center, which is my favorite, of course, but this is well, I guess I need to say this first. To use the Medicare Center one, you will have to register for the portal. So if you're not already registered, you will have to register.
Okay.
If you're already registered, you just simply log in. And then again, we're focusing on that Medicare supplement quoting. So we're going to jump into CSG automatically. So when you're thinking MedSup quote, Medicare Center, CSG app. And so when you click CSG app, what it will do is it will open in a new tab for you. So, but here's another thing that I'll need to point out is you cannot have other CSG windows open.
Okay.
So that's really important too.
Oh, and I
because
can see the difference up in the top left. It says Medicare Center rather
yes,
than EIS.
yes, exactly. So, and you'll see like there's all kinds of branded CSG tools out there. But the Medicare Center one, the main things with this one are it's the full CSG. So it's going to have the e-app opportunities, the client manager opportunities, all it's full access. You get the market edge, you get the market pulse, everything is in here. And then the second thing is it's going to show every carrier. So it could even show carriers that an agent can't even get contracted with because it's direct to consumer. So that's the thing with this one.
Okay.
But again, it's going to be the same thing. You're just going to click Medicare Supplement, get quote. It's the same setup, same look. Everything is the same. The only difference is there will be a client field.
Mm-hmm.
So if you do have, a prospecting list or an existing client list you want to import into here, you can do that. And then you can simply just type your client's name. It'll populate their information for you. And then in addition to that, it will keep your quote history for that person.
Okay.
So that's kind of one thing that's different within the Medicare Center one. And then we'll just get a quote. And then I'll show you a few other differences. So once you get into the quote results, there are a few carrier e-app applications available within this portal. So we don't have all carriers yet, and they are slowly adding new ones as they come. But as of right now, you can only do Ascendo, Aetna, Great Southern, Mutual of Omaha, United Healthcare. And you won't have to remember that because when you're doing these quotes, as you scroll, the ones that you can do the application through this platform will
It'll say apply now. Yeah, I got it. Or add to cart.
Yeah, exactly. And so really it's only beneficial if you're writing this product.
So if you're going to do that, though, when you hit apply now, it doesn't take you to the website. Then it actually does it inside here.
Correct.
That's cool.
Yep. It's going to be really cool when they have like all the carriers.
Right. Yep.
Yeah. But as of right now, it's just a few. But a lot of agents have been starting to utilize it and really enjoy it. Because again, the whole point of the Medicare Center platform is that one login for all carriers. And that's how agents save the most time, right? Instead of going to multiple portals. And then also, when you're selling a Medicare supplement, a lot of times you're selling that dental product with it as well. And so within the Medicare Center, CSG, you can add the Medicare supplement to the cart, and you can run a dental quote and add that to the cart as well. And then you can do the enrollment for both of them at the same time.
Okay. And then what about like PDP plans and things like that, like the Part D stuff?
So within this platform, you can quote it. So you can do those Medicare Advantage and PDP quotes, but that is it on this platform.
Okay.
So like I said, like the Medicare Center, it opened CSG in a new tab for me, but I can easily go back to the Medicare Center homepage. And if I needed to do a PDP enrollment, I could easily go into Medicare app link.
Okay.
Yep. But you can still quote it, and it will save the prescriptions. It'll save the prescriptions in CSG as well. So if you do want to just do those quotes through here, and then that way when you go to do the enrollment, you don't have to go through, researching the quote. You already know what plan you're going to do, so you can just jump in there and do the application. And a lot of agents do that.
So if I'm an agent and I'm focusing on Medicare supplement, which is what we're going to be focusing on at least for the first part of the rest of this year, CSG is really the only tool that I really need to use. Like all those other ones, the Medicare Link and the Medicare app and all that stuff, that's more for Medicare Advantage.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay.
Yes. Yep. So Medicare Center, CSG. That's really the only thing you're going to want to go to.
Okay. Awesome.
And then I was going to kind of point out in the Medicare supplement quotes a few of the other features on the Medicare Center version.
And really, so just so I'm understanding this too, to recap for our agents.
Yeah.
So if they're using the Medicare Center version, the advantage is that they have the apply now if they're going to write Aetna, Ascendo, Mutual of Omaha, Great Southern, and I can't remember the other one, but anyway, so
yeah.
if they're going to, United, yeah, UHC. And I think we have all of those. So so that's good. They can do that. But if they're going to write anything else, they're still going to need to bounce out of here and go to the carrier enrollment website, right?
Correct. So if there is not an apply now, they're going to go quote options, visit carrier resources, and go to that carrier portal.
And that's where the EIS version of it is probably if I'm an agent in the field, I'm probably going to want to use that one just because it's going to limit what my client sees to stuff that we can actually get for them.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
I'm glad you said that because the third option is actually the quoting tool that agents use most for client-facing quotes.
Oh, well, by all means, let me know what you think there.
But I did want to say in the Medicare Center one, you can do, apply the household discount, easily apply, not apply. And then another really popular feature is this market analytics. And so this is going to show you like past rate increase history for all of these carriers.
Oh, that's pretty slick.
Yes, this platform, it's pretty slick.
Pretty slick. You just stole my adjective. Okay.
I'm using it. I'm agreeing.
Yeah, you repurposed it.
Okay, so those were the first two. And then the third option is going to be this T65 app. And so the thing I want to clarify first is this is not an app. It's a website. Okay. So that's how I spend a lot of my time teaching this platform. It's not an app. It's a website. It is built for your mobile device. Okay. So if you're using on your mobile device, I suggest using your default browser. So iPhone, you're going to use Safari. You're going to go to the web address T65 app. And if you're not already registered, you have to register. But if you are already registered, you just log in. And then you'll notice, like I am using this on a desktop. So you can use this on a desktop. It just works better on your mobile device. And then if you are on Safari or Google Chrome, whatever your default browser is, you can share it to your home screen and then
make it look like an app. Yeah.
Make it look like an app. Yes. So for all you tech savvy people, that's how you do it. You just hit share and add to home screen. If you need further assistance with some of this technical stuff, I'm sure a pretty tech savvy person.
That's great. I'm doing it right. I'm doing it right now.
Awesome. So when you do get in here, this platform is really well known for its T65 locator, right? So you can easily pull up this map and it's going to populate people turning 65 around you. If this is your first time, oh yeah, look, you got it on there. Oh,
right there.
You won't show it.
Well, it's super blurry, but there it is. Yeah. Right there. See that little eye right there.
The eye, yes. Yes. So now you have it on your phone. And anytime Your first time using it, it's going to ask to allow or block your location. You have to allow for this to work properly, because that's how this whole thing is built, on your location. So you'll notice I'm the little blue dot, and then all of these little red dots are people turning 65 around me.
That's awesome.
And then it's their name, date of birth, and their address. And then if you're wanting to run a quote specifically for this person, you can just click on more rates. And it's going to run a Medicare supplement quote with this specific person's demographics. So male, 65, non-tobacco, Plan G, in this zip code. So that's kind of how the map works. But again, like I said, a lot of agents utilize this T65 App for client-facing quotes, for doing really quick quotes, really basic, basic, quick client-facing quotes is what this one a lot of agents use for. So you can do MedSup, final expense, hospital indemnity, dental vision. When you go into MedSup rates, it does the zip, the plan, the gender, the age, and non-tobacco. So the thing with this one too is it doesn't let you pick that effective date, whereas, in the CSG ones, you can pick that effective date. So when you go to see rates, you'll see it's really, really basic. It's the logo, it's the name of the company, and it's the price. And so that's why a lot of agents like to utilize this, because if you're showing a client, all this stuff, they're going to be like, they don't know what? Yeah. So, yeah. And then just so all of you are aware on how this kind of data works, it's still that CSG feed. So all three of these Medicare supplement are all CSG feeds. This one automatically applies the household discount and doesn't apply the household discount. So hopefully that makes sense. So there's no like you can add it or not add it. They're both added automatically.
Yeah, I see the household discounts in like smaller print, right?
Right. So as you scroll, it'll say in parentheses household. So like here's Atlantic without it, Atlantic with it.
Got it. And then to actually get to the underwriting for this, I have to just remember where that portal is, right?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that. So there is an option for you to hit more information on each of these. And what it will do is it'll show the AM Best rating, the fee, the monthly, and the annual. And then it will populate this underwriting guidelines, which it's not going to take you to the carrier portal or anything. It's going to be just the basic underwriting questions. So there's
right. And then let's say my client wants it. So now I have to just kind of remember where that portal is, right?
You're going to have to manually go to your United Healthcare portal to do the application. Yeah. But this is just, again, agents utilize this most for just those quick face-to-face quotes, those really quick quotes. And then they'll go back into the full CSG and run a real in detail quote. And that's all three options for you guys to quote your Medicare supplement products.
That is great.
You may do like a recap, like a quick recap, like a.
Sure, why not?
Or do you want me to quiz you?
Yeah, you can quiz me too. I'm down for whatever. So this just to recap with you guys too, though. Like this is all of these are linked on the FFLmed.com website, and so that's what she's using. If you go to FFLmed.com, and then up in the top there's a little drop down menu for agents, and then she's coming down to toolbox/resources right there. And when you click that, that's what she's looking at, this agent toolbox. And those 3 quoting options are right here for her to use. So,
and you can bookmark them and save them to your own pages, or however it's easiest for you guys to get to them quick.
Yep. I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So I'm going to quiz you. So what agent, or why would an agent use EIS app?
Because it's confined to the carriers that they can actually get through Eldercare and Family First.
Yes. And Medicare Center?
Because it has direct links where they can apply inside the portal, and it shows way more data on, like, trends and market, market data in terms of, like, are the prices going up or down, or what's the growth in policyholder base in that state or whatever.
Mm-hmm. And then T65 app.
Because it's in my pocket.
I love that. Absolutely. So I hope that this definitely helps you guys kind of understand more of all your options when it comes to quoting these products.
Yeah, I think this is super helpful. I mean, I think the biggest thing too for our agents is, because a lot of them are just getting into Medicare for the first time, is,
right.
What's the difference between, somebody who's turning 65 and somebody who's after 65, like say they're price shopping now, they're 67 or 68 or 72 or whatever. And the biggest difference is when they're turning 65, they don't have to go through underwriting.
Right.
But when they're after 65 and they're changing from one plan to another, they do have to go through underwriting. And so if they're going through underwriting, then the T65 app is not your best friend, because it doesn't have the automatic underwriting options in there. Right.
Those
so
filters.
that's that advanced options, thing that you were talking about earlier, at the bottom of whether you use the EIS app version or the Medicare Center version, but using the advanced options to say, hey, I'm taking these medications, or I'm on that. So a lot of our agents use, for final expense, they use, insurance toolkits, because they can, toggle down, like, oh, they're taking these meds, or they're having these issues for the last 10 years, whatever the case may be. And it'll show them, like, okay, well, then you're not going to qualify for this plan. You should probably look at these plans. And I think CSG does that really, really well. So.
Yes, absolutely. And I'm telling you, it makes you sound really smart. So it's really beneficial for people who are new into the Medicare world, because you can easily go in there and run those quotes, and you sound like, okay, well, I know that these carriers, will accept this or not accept this.
All right. Well, this was great. And you are welcome back anytime. So I know there's a bunch of new stuff. You're welcome. I know there's a bunch of new stuff coming, like a new lead center and everything else. So we're going to have you, we're going to have you come back and take us through that too. So.
Yep, absolutely. I look forward to it.
All right. Thanks, Adrienne.
You're very welcome. Bye, everyone.